Hey, Kristen, thank you for coming back.
I've never seen an audience video before. Does anyone else see that?
Do you see an audience?
I'm in the
I
audience.
can't even see the full people again.
You'll have to do that same view setting, Sandy. That's per meeting.
The large doesn't even give me the option. It's closed off.
Same.
I got a 1 and 2 page.
Candace says I can see everybody. They're small, but I can still see everybody on one screen.
Is Jimmy here? I can't see whether Jimmy's here. Tammy's here.
So, Sandy, if you click the people button at the top, you'll be able to see everyone on the
Oh,
right hand side. It will at least show names.
Okay.
You can't find the view gallery button.
I can find the view gallery button. The large gallery is not highlighted. It is light. It is not dark.
Yes, that's how it is for me as well. I'm using regular gallery is what I see.
Okay. So I have no way to see anybody else other than the.
If you click regular gallery at the top, that will show every face.
Nope. Nope.
And actually, Aaron, this is Danette. That's the same for me. I only have 9 tiles, but I have 13 people. So I've got 2 pages and I need to see everybody on the same screen. I have no option for large.
Okay, I do not have an option for large either. Mine has just one word that says gallery, and that is showing every face.
Aaron, can I try to help? If you click on view, like that, look down to where it says select max gallery size. You'll see 4 people, 9 people, 16 people, 49 people. Click on the 16 people.
Donna
Yes.
says the same thing. She's saying, oh, yes, Leslie, exactly.
I can't move it past 9.
Same.
I can't see the other interpreter or the other people in the.
And that's, at least that's not a broad meeting setting that is any sort of restriction that I'm setting or anything like that.
Aaron, are you able to hide people who don't have a video on?
Me?
I don't have that option like on the other one.
If you click on view and then more options,
It doesn't. It does in Zoom, but it does not do that here. I don't have the ability to hide people with no video.
So this is Tanya, and I clicked on my own personal and said hide me, so you shouldn't see me. So maybe Aaron can click on his and say hide me. And anybody who doesn't have a video, if they could do the same thing and click hide me, maybe that would help.
those settings are all just individual. That doesn't apply to the entire meeting.
Right, because I can still see your boxes.
Oh, yeah, I don't know then.
Yeah.
I'm looking, And we had a training with our Microsoft rep, so we're figuring it out as we go for Teams, but saving us $5,000 that we don't have for Zoom at the moment, but we're learning as we go.
Danette, can you see everybody?
I love you, baby.
I can now with the suggestion of clicking on 16 people. I did do that, so I can see everyone now.
Okay, good.
I do not have.
Andy, go to view and see if you can click on together mode and see if that will show everybody. It looks weird, but you might be able to see everybody.
I don't have a setting for 16 people. 9 is as high as mine goes.
That's hilarious.
So if somebody raises their hand, if everybody will just kind of tell me who that might be, just help me look, because I've still got Tanya, and I've still got Aaron, and I've still got a page 2. So, but I'm going to call the board. And we're froze. Am I frozen?
No, ma'am.
No.
You're good.
Okay. We're missing Jimmy and Tammy as voting members. Wallace, is Wallace still here?
No, ma'am. Wallace has never joined.
He never came on?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, this is wild. Okay, I've sent him a text. Who else is here? Hannah, Drew, Kristen, are you here? Okay.
She's here. She said she's
I'm
here.
here. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna have to have Wallace back to have a quorum.
He just joined.
He just joined. Okay. Thank you. Hey, Wallace. Okay. I'm going to call to order the board meeting. This is a called board meeting for personnel purposes. We have 2 items to discuss. At this point, I don't think we have anything else. Tanya, you can correct me if I'm wrong. We have a recommendation for principal. And since we do not have Jimmy or Tammy or Ray, Kristen, I'm going to let you present to the full board.
Okay. We, as a hiring team, would like to formally recommend Chelsea Cashin for the principal position.
Okay. Candace, you can give us the recommendation of the HR committee.
Yeah, so this is Dr. Candace Tate, and the HR committee met in closed session today at 2 p.m. and we reviewed the application put forth and had much discussion about the candidate. And as a result of that discussion, we, as a HR committee, voted to recommend this applicant to the Board of Trustees for a hire as a 2-year position, potentially starting in February.
Do I have a motion from the board for this candidate?
This is Mickey. I so move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second. Wallace.
Thank you. Okay,
Jimmy just joined, Sandy.
okay,
Good.
Jimmy, okay. Can anybody see Jimmy? I do not have a visual of him.
His camera is not currently on.
Yeah.
Is he on now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Jimmy, can you see the interpreters?
I'm using my iPhone because I'm having a problem with my computer. So I'm trying, really going to just work with the iPhone right now, just to try to see everybody.
Kristen, could you give Jimmy a brief introduction to the candidate for principal that we are getting ready to vote on?
Sure. Hey, Jimmy, this is Kristen speaking.
He said, "Can you see me now?" And the interpreter's saying,
Hi.
"Yes, yes." Trying to get it arranged so that the interpreter can also see. Thank you, Jimmy. Okay.
Can you see me now, everybody?
Yes. Jimmy, this is Kristen Todd speaking. I'm just making sure you have the interpreters pinned and can see them. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Um,
I can see the interpreters. Yes.
good.
They're small, but they're there.
Okay. We actually have a principal candidate that we are formally recommending to the board for hire. Her name is Chelsea Cashin. She has a background in deaf education. She has school administration and all the necessary certifications. She has some experience at the Eastern School for the Deaf as a teacher, and more recent experience at a K-12 charter school as an assistant principal. Some of the discussion we had as a hiring committee, we like her focus on data-driven decision-making. We like that she seems to be supportive or will be supportive of teachers. She came for 2 rounds of interviews. In the second round, she toured our school, met our teachers, and met our students, and had really positive interactions there. I said she was not rattled at all after having the whole tour of the school, and then all our questions, she answered them very well. And so we feel like Chelsea Cashin is a good candidate for our principal position. She can communicate directly in sign language with all of our teachers and all of our students, and that is very important in a school, at a school for the deaf, of course. So I would like to formally recommend the board consider Chelsea Cashin for the position of principal.
Okay, we had a very good discussion at the HR committee meeting. Do I have a motion?
Oh, we did already.
Pardon? Mickey?
Did we already recommend?
We've recommended, we need a motion to offer the
Gotcha.
position.
I'm so moved.
Okay, we have a motion to offer the position of principal to Chelsea Cashins. Do I have a second?
I'll second. Wallace.
Okay, do we need to have further discussion on the principal candidate? After Jimmy, do you have any questions for anybody on the candidate?
No. I did read her resume and the application, so I'm familiar with her situation, yes.
Okay, good. Okay, any other discussion at all? If not, I'll ask for a vote to recommend or to offer the position of principal to Chelsea Cashins. Raise your hand, please. Jimmy, okay. All right. I'm flipping back and forth so I can get the votes. All right, that motion carries. The other thing is, as acting director for personnel reasons, Kristen Todd can, on recommendation of the HR committee, appoint herself as the admissions leader, director, whatever that title will be, working with Kathy Williams to do the admissions for NCSD. Does anybody Brian, do we need a motion for that, or?
I don't know. You have it set up in terms of organization and, is that the director's responsibility to make the organization, or is that those brought to the board?
Since we have declared Dr. Todd as acting director for that purpose, she can make that announcement.
I think so. I think so. I think it's probably a good idea to have the board, if the board likes that, have the board ratify that, just to show support for Dr. Todd, that, she's not doing it to promote herself.
Right.
She's and the board agrees with this.
And I have gotten clarification from Chris on this. Candace, I'm sorry.
Thank you. And this is Tanya, and I was just going to say yes if the board would vote, just because we specified that for Dr. Kristen Todd, it would be only for the principal position. That would be the only recommendation for personnel, so that the board would need to do the other one.
Okay. All right. Candace, did you have something to say? Okay.
No.
All right. Do I have a motion to appoint Kristen Todd as our admissions person?
Wallace. So
Thank
moved.
you. I'm having to bounce screens. If anybody sees anybody making motions or anything, let me know. Second, Mickey, any discussion? Dr. Todd, are you willing to accept this position?
Hold on, this is Dr. Tate.
Dr. Tate?
And Jimmy has a question.
Jimmy has his hand up.
I can't see Jimmy, but okay. Jimmy?
Yes.
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, all right. I was seconding it. I didn't know. Everything's good, though. Everything's good.
Okay. We're going to get through this.
Okay. Good.
Dr. Todd, do you accept this position?
Yes, I accept.
It comes with preparing lunch and dinner. Did they tell you that?
Well, then y'all are going to be hungry. I'm sorry.
All right. All in favor, please raise your hand. Okay. Okay, that motion carries. All right. Let me take a moment of time to tell all of you that I personally appreciate everything you're doing. Everybody that's on these pages is carrying a heavy load, and I know that, you know that, and the only words I have for you is the load's going to get heavier in the next 6 months. And Candace, please come back. But thank you all very much. A Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year to you and all of your families. Enjoy the break.
Happy holidays, everyone. Yes.
Yes.
Hey, I'm very sorry to interrupt, but I did have one question before, if you were about to ask for an adjournment.
I lost everybody for a moment. Okay, did you want something, Wallace? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to make sure that was there a business matter that needs to be just voted on in this board meeting related to including some budget dollars for certain positions to be moved to 12-month positions in a budget request? Does that need to be discussed and voted on in this meeting, or can that wait until January?
Well, if we have time, I'd like to explain that to the board, and then we'll take it as an official part of your business meeting. But I have talked to Chris about we are having such a time hiring in the dormitory, our nurses, teacher assistants, and I'm using the common terms that we all understand. And so I asked Chris that if in our March 15th last report that we sent to the legislature, if we could recommend and ask for a reclassification for our RTLs, our RLTs, EDAs, our nurses, the interpreters, and the BTs, the behavior techs. And he said that was fine, we could do that, but we need to get it in the budget now. So that's what I needed to do, Wallace, is for you all to put that referral for additional salaries for those people to become 12-month employees and allot us the budget to do that. So is your first meeting January, Wallace?
Yeah, so and just to reemphasize the point, the reason why we think this is needed is because of what you said, which is it's been very difficult to hire those positions in a very competitive market. And so being able to offer a 12-month position would give us a better ability to fill these important positions. So
yeah, we're only offering 10 months. The salary is much less than Broughton Hospital, Jefferson Riddle, the prison. And yesterday I learned in a meeting that I was in that even the group homes are paying more than we are for supervisors. So I think this is a way to help these people out. It's a way to get more salary, and I think it's a way to bring more people in. And I think are in Western North Carolina. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So sorry to interrupt. This is Dr. Tate, and the interpreter was frozen there for a second.
Okay. Are we back?
Let's see if we're back. Yes, all good. Hang on just 1 second. And Hannah, this is Dr. Tate. Hannah had something she wanted to say, I believe.
I just had a clarifying question. Are you
Yes.
asking to reallocate the positions to 12 months or just the salary to 12 months but keep them at 10 months? Because most of those job classes, we don't have students in the summer, so my question would be, are we reclassing them 12-month employees? What would they be doing during the summer with no students here?
I asked the same thing, and I asked it of the people involved, and they were talking about how they could begin work for the coming year. They all had things that they could do. Everybody was talking about how wonderful it would be to have the time to get ready. And with a 12-month employee and being a direct contact, they can't take vacations during the year for that kind of thing. So they could do that in the 12th month. They do summer camp. A lot of them do that anyway, but you would have staff for that summer camp. And any additional programs that the board may see that they would like to do during that time. But I don't think they'd be sitting around. I think there would be plenty for them to do. But yeah, it's a what did you use the word reallocation?
Mhm.
That's what we're gonna ask for, is those positions become 12-month positions. Candace?
Yes, this is Candace. So if you could give us like a clarification, hang on just 1 second, 1 second. Okay, so this change would be an opportunity for the school moving forward. So I'm just wondering if we've got more, how do I say it? Hang on just 1 minute. 1 second. I am going to not sign. I'm going to go ahead. Code switching here.
Sorry, I'm just switching. I'm wearing the wrong outfit for signing. It's our Christmas outfit today, so it's really hard for you guys to see me. I wanted to just mention the idea that changing to a 12-month positions for these staff members gives NCSD the opportunity to consider different types of school year calendars in the future. Not that there's anything that would change quickly, but it may allow us to extend the school year for students that may need more education throughout summer months and so on. And so that's just, it gives us more opportunities to be flexible in terms of calendar, as well as being much more attractive for recruiting potential applicants. So those were some of the two of the biggest reasons that we wanted to consider reallocating the salary to 12 months. Is that all, Hannah? Yeah.
Okay, and we won't take.
Hannah said yes.
Okay, we won't take any action on that, Wallace. That'll be up to business to take a hard look at that. Okay.
Can't hear you, Wallace.
Oh, how about now?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Wallace. All right, well, I'm glad we had a chance to discuss it. I'm sorry to interrupt the flow of your very eloquent moving toward the end of the meeting. But
That's okay.
we're going to make sure it wasn't something that needed to be taken action on today.
Well, and really is something we need to all think about before we do take action on it. And we need to get some dollar amounts from Hannah and Leslie as to what that would take. But I think it's important that we include that in our March report because, I mean, I met with residential committee yesterday. Jimmy was there with me, and the one thing we kept hearing was we do not have enough staff and we cannot hire staff. And we have got to solve that problem. Our dorm is a very important part of our school, and the children's safety and well-being there is extremely important. So we've got to figure out a way to make that more enticing. And with Broughton stealing our employees and taking our nurses and anything else Dr. Tate can scavenge over there, we just can't keep up. So thank you very much for your time. Again, happy holidays. Hope everybody has a safe, if you're traveling, Hannah.
Sorry, this is not meeting related. Brian, I'm going to put my number in the chat. Chris asked if we could chat right after this meeting. Thank you.
Just hold on.
I'm
Do I
sorry.
just stay on? Or
I'm going
do
to
we-
put my number in the chat for you if you'll just call me. It's a
Oh,
school-related
okay.
question. Miss Manning tried to reach out to Chris, and he texted me to let me know to speak with you.
Sounds good.
Okay. Anything else? Thank you all.
I echo Cindy Turner's comments expressed better than I can. But everybody have a happy Christmas, nice holiday season.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for being here with us today again.
It's great to be with you.
You'll get used to our laid back way of doing things. All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, interpreters.